All right, brother. So switched it up a little bit. Started with some chest and buys Monday. You're gonna do your plank step, airplane reach, 8 of those total, and then you're gonna sit in a pigeon here. So knees forward, toes to the side, and just kind of fold down. The main goal of this is flexion of the knee and closing off that hip. You know, if that feels good, you can kind of lay it down, but just breathe. Kind of big into those hips, big into that knee. Sometimes I'll kind of roll off and straighten that leg out. And then you're gonna come back into those plank step reaches, and then you do the other side. Rotating incline dumbbell curl press. So you're on the incline dumbbells here, palms are in and pressing and finishing. So that rotation should be rotating all the way through. So that by the time it's here to where it's here, you're finishing. So don't be pressing here all the way here and then rotating last. Try and rotate all the way through and rotate all the way back. That is a 3x8 progressive load. And then knee to elbow crunches on the ground. So just drop down off that bench. And then just here, elbows to knees, letting that back and those heels come down. 3x15. Flat bench, I went 5x3 progressive load. Staying heavy on those. And then leg lifts on the bench. You know, with your hands down at the end here, you'll kind of hold on to the bench. And leg lifts here. 3x15 on those. Decline neutral grip dumbbell press. So on that decline, thumbs are back, elbows are tight here. What I want you to do on these is come together with the dumbbells up top. So you'll feel a little squeeze through the inside of the chest. And then you can either do these with a dumbbell that you have or without. But bell's just here and just sitting up. Kind of using that bell to kind of drive up and bringing it back down to the chest here. Or you can just do them with just your arms. Just don't want the arms behind the neck on those. And then cable flies, 3 sets of 12. And then we're gonna come into bicep curls. So those preloaded curl bars, grabbing them on that outside setup here, reverse curls here, 3x12. And then double bicep curl drop set. So we did them hammers last time. I want palms coming up, but keep a little opening here. I don't want them tight here like this. Keep them open here. I had you start with 25s and then dropping by 5s. So 25, 20, 15, 10. You don't gotta worry about those 5s. Maybe stop at 10. And then rest 1 to 2 minutes and then repeat that, but drop 2.5. So to drop 25, 22.5, 20, 17.5 coming down. Kneeled landmine rotations. You know, I wanted to program more landmine stuff because I know you requested it. And I was gonna mess around. I've never programmed it. I've really never done any landmine stuff at all. So I didn't feel comfortable running you through some stuff that I haven't done. So I think the other gym has landmine set up. So I'll mess around with it a couple times this month and then give you some stuff for it. But I gave you one. So you're gonna sit with that, and weight wise, I'm not sure. Start with a bar for the first one here, but you're gonna be kneeled here, glutes tight here, and you're just gonna rotate back and forth here like this. So for that core, a lot of the landmine stuff that I've looked at in the past are a lot of pressing movements, which we talked about not wanting to do. So there's a whole bunch of leg stuff. I just have never done any of it, so I don't feel comfortable kind of putting you through it, especially through a video. So let's look at maybe some of that moving into next month. But on those rotations, I said 3 times 20 and keep a moderate weight. Moving on to Tuesday, leg day, alternating lunge with like a 10-pound weight. So you're gonna step. I still want that knee to come all the way down. It'd probably be a little harder to balance and move with it up, but I don't care. I want to come all the way down, turn and rotate, step forward, whatever leg's forward, you're gonna rotate into that, just kind of warming up the core. Drop that weight, and then you're gonna do switches all the way back. So it probably, let's see, if you drop that weight and switch back, why don't you switch back, do your switches on the way back, turn around, and then just kind of take some breaths, walk back to the weight. Because you're gonna have to take a few breaths as you're warming up after those switches. Those always take my breath away. You're gonna do 3 sets of that. Moving on to leg press, 5 times 6 progressive load. And then we're moving to the prone leg curl. This one I did 1 set of 10 light, and then a 10-8-6 heavy, and then another 10 light. On these ones, I want you to do on between the pins, the weight stack and the machine, there's usually like some piece of metal that maybe you could step up onto and do 20 calf raises. I want you to do the 3 sets of those 20 calf raises just on those working sets. So that warm-up set, don't do them after that, just do them after that 10-8-6. And then when you come to leg extension, we're going to do that same thing. 10 light reps, then a 10-8-6, and then another 10 light reps. Those 10 light reps, squeeze hard on those. Then 15 calf raises on those working sets of the 10-8-6. So you're going to get about 100 calf raises in, body weight. You're going to feel those. And then moving from there, kept that trap bar deadlift, went with 5 times 5. So what I want you to try on this is you kind of have a good gauge of what 5 pretty solid reps are. Deload this week a little bit. It doesn't have to be a huge deload, but a little deload on this week. And then what I want you to do is just load the bar up with a set of 5, and you're going to do 5 sets of 5, keeping that weight. Then the goal is for the next week is to increase the weight, keep the weight 5 times 5. So then that 4th week, you'll have a setup, but still 5 reps. Good bracing, good core bracing. Remember, we're not arching here. We're not trying to push up. We're trying to push a hole through the ground. So stay real firm with that spine. Hips to head. And then dumbbell hip thrusts. I have this hip thrust pad at the gym, which I really like. It's easy for me to load the dumbbell. But sometimes what I'll do is I'll get into this position here. I'll kind of pull the dumbbell onto my hips and then driving up. Make sure your big finishes on these. Legs aren't too long. Legs aren't too shallow. Just right in the middle. And I want you to go heavy with these, so I think starting at least with an 80 and then a progressive load on those. Finisher on here was a broad jump into a box jump, okay? So a little coordination on these. These are 5 times 3, so you're going to do 3 reps and then take a break. It doesn't have to be some crazy long broad jump, but get your bearings of where you're going to jump from. You're going to broad jump and then box jump up, okay? You'll have to step down. You'll have to step back to reset for the next broad jump. So do 3 of those and then take a little breather. Maybe you decide you want to add a little distance to your broad jump. Maybe you're getting too close to the box. You got to kind of judge your distance in your actual jump up to the box. Okay, and then moving on to Thursday. So shoulders and tries. Alternating sun salutations. I think we've done these in the past. Toe back, knee back, look back, reach back, thumbs back. Then you can even put your hands here and alternate. Big stretch. So these would be good hip flexor stretch, big stretch for the chest. 20 of those, and then kettlebell halos alternating, one to the right, one to the left. Total of 10. We'll do 2 sets of that warm up. Shoulders, we're going to stay away from pressing, so you're going to come into those laterals, little lean forward and finish. Elbows close, not open, and wrists straight, not bent. 3 times 12, progressive, but moderate load. Keep those shoulders healthy. Alternating neutral grip, front raise ladder. So it's going to look like this. You have your dumbbells. You're going to go here like this. 1, you're going to finish kind of in the center. I don't want you finishing here. I want you to finish in the center. I kind of like almost lean into them. 1, 1. Then you're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, and then switching sides again. 3 on this side, 3 on this side, 4, 4, 5, 5. Take a break, and if you can go up, just ever so slightly, go up, and then we're going to do a 5 to 1 ladder down. So you'll start with 5 on the right, 5 on the left, then go 4s, 3s, 2s, and 1s. Back to the reverse fly machine. Remember, I like those handles going here like this. Make sure that that pad is at a good level. Big finishes on those. And then I call these palm tricep push away. So this is like a combo. So that same chest pad of that machine, I want you to put this part of your palm right on that, and you're going to move your feet away, and you're just going to push away here like this. So you're just going to use your body weight. You're going to fill these lower triceps. This is a great little superset combo that I do a lot with. And then 3 times 12 on those, and then we're going to do another superset on this. You see how it's D1, D2, D3. I don't think I've realized that you could superset these like that. So this one here, this is a triple set that I do a lot when I'm doing shoulders and tris. So you're going to start with the rope. You're going to face pull, okay? You're going to turn around here, overhead tricep extension. And then what I usually do, because I need a little bit more weight, is then I'll pop the pin up and I'll come here to do my crunches, okay? So then that upper weight I'll use for the next set, so I can kind of progress my load up. But then the crunch weight is always like one plate higher than all the other 2. And we'll do 3 sets of those. So then on the finisher, this was a bear crawl down. You know how to bear crawl, but then the elephant crawl back. The elephant crawl back is like staying long with the legs and just kind of working here. You're going to feel a little stretch in the hamstrings, but really I'm trying to get a little bracing and control overhead with the shoulders. So bear down, elephant back, 3 rounds there. And then we're going to move on to back. So Superman dumbbell switches, 5 pounds. I mean, you might even go lighter. These are 3s. You're going to sit in like a Superman position here. You just need 1 bell, and you're going to reach and reach. So squeeze your butt and just alternate on these. They don't have to be really far away, but these are very challenging, even with that 3 pounds. So if they have light ones like that, if not, a 5 pound would be solid. And you're going to do 20 of those all day. And then this little Chinese warm up that I put together for a couple clients, I've been doing with patients at work too, just to get the body moving here. You're going to do arm swings here like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 10, and then you're going to do these trunks twists here like this, keeping that head still, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, and then these knee slaps here like this. Like that, and 10. Go through that, and then coming back to those Superman, do like 2 to 3 rounds, whatever you're feeling. You know, people might be looking at you. Don't worry about what they're fucking thinking. You're doing something for your lymph to get that blood flowing. Incline bench prone rows. These are hard for me to demo, but you're gonna grab your dumbbells, and what I'll do with the dumbbells is I'll kind of put them right to the edge of the bench here and get my chest down, and I'm on that incline bench kind of leaning forward here like this, and then I'm just gonna row just like this, but my chest is supported on that incline bench. I'll put the bench incline at like a 2, maybe a 3 if I need it, but I think 2 is a good level. And this is a 10-8-6 progressive load. So really you're just gonna have to kind of figure out what that weight is. It's nowhere near, you know, a single arm dumbbell row. It's a lot lighter. And then we're gonna go back to pull-ups. I know we programmed those. I can't remember if you were using a band or if you're using a pull-up machine, but 4 times 8, overhand grip. Make sure that you're really thinking about that elbow drive, really driving those elbows down. That's really gonna help engage those lats. And then the Roman chair back extensions, getting set so your knees aren't locked, but they got a little light bend, and sometimes I'll even put my feet in like a V shape so that I'm not stressing my hammies, but when I come down, I'm flexing through here. I want to feel them in my upper glutes. You're gonna work that lower back a little bit, but working those lower glutes, or upper glutes, lower back. I said like a 25-pound plate. You're just gonna kind of like hang and keep it close like this. On those, 3 times 10, and then we're gonna move to chin-ups. We're gonna drop 2 reps, so we'll do 4 sets of 6. Palms in. Remember, on a chin-up, make sure that those forearms are like here, like this. They're close, right? See if you can get that chin all the way over the bar. If it's on the machine, just assist how you need it. And then shrugs. Shrugs, I did like a drop set, 3 times 20. So I want you to start heavy, something heavy with 20. Set those down, go right into the next set. Something moderate, 20. And then by the time you get those 40 in, that last set, a little bit lighter, bigger squeezes, 20 on that. And then for finisher, ball slam burpees. So I think they have those heavy leather ones. I want you to pick it up, big ball slam. You're on top of the ball for the burpee. You're not gonna bend down in it. You're locked here like this, like you're holding the ball, and back here. Big slam, and back here like that. So these ones here, a set of 10, rest a minute, and then repeat 2 more sets. Hit me up if you got any questions, and like I said, let's shoot that landmine work. Like I said, I'm gonna try and play around with it a little bit this next couple weeks and see if I can't get you a little something. A lot of that stuff on the landmine that I've seen that I like are like these kind of split stance presses, which actually might be good for you next month. We'll see how those shoulders are doing. Hit me up if you got any questions.